Good morning, gamers. Welcome into the Gamers Roast podcast. I've officially taken over. It is Thursday, August 19th. I'm Wesley Lance. Alongside me, Joshua J.
What's up, everyone?
We are super excited. We got a lot of stuff to talk about today. More Battlefield, again, and if you're not sick of it, keep on coming. Along with more Activision Blizzard developments and Call of Duty doing what Call of Duty does best, releasing another game. So... but we got the coffee of the week right now. It's Dunking. What is it? It's Dunking. I just added the G to Dunkin' Donuts. Dunkin' Donuts iced coffee. This is just regular iced coffee, right?
Yeah, it's just a regular Dunkin' Donuts iced coffee you can get from any of your local stores.
Buy your coffee today.
Yeah.
You know what? I've never had a good experience at Dunkin' Donuts, so we'll see if this redeems them at all.
Not bad.
Actually,
Pretty good.
I mean, it's basic iced coffee. I wouldn't say it's anything special, but I like it.
If you don't want anything fancy, if you just want plain simple iced coffee that you know you're going to like, you can't go wrong just going and getting. It's very safe. It's a very safe option. So I liked it.
Yeah, I mean, it tastes all right. I'd give it a 5 because it's also not like what I liked about the V2 is there were like subtle flavors. Like it almost had like a chocolatey taste. This is just literally like, imagine iced coffee, just any iced coffee. That's what it tastes like. It's really basic. So it's good.
We have a lot of coffees that we're going to end up going through depending on how long this show goes. So obviously some more of the basic stuff is at the beginning. We're going to get into some interesting ones. There already is a request for one that we're going to do hopefully next time.
You realize that when fall gets around, I'm going to have to go down to the farmer's market and get some weird flavors, right?
Hey, I'm down.
There's this local roastery that's got like some like blueberry pie flavored coffee.
Well, just think of when we get to episode like 2,500. I had 20 didn't sound bad. 25 didn't sound like it was that bad.
25. We will not be alive for 2,500
and I couldn't
episodes.
change 25 into 250, so I had to go the next biggest number.
How many years would that be? There's 52 weeks in a year.
Oh man, we'd have to go to a daily show.
That's like 25 years. No, that's 50 years. That'd be about 50 years.
Oh gosh. Two 70-year-olds talking about games. Oh man.
Oh my. Anyway.
Hey, if it goes that long, I'd be down.
Yeah. I don't know about 50 years. That's I don't know about making that kind of commitment. That's a lot.
Well, and that's if like say we go to a daily show. I mean,
we're not doing a daily show. We're talking about ourselves way too much. So
sorry.
Next thing is the roast of the week, which is kind of going to lead into the rest of the show because the roast of the week is Call of Duty. Okay, so to be fair, it is only a leak. But it sounded like it was a fairly reliable leak. But apparently the next Call of Duty game is going to be World War II themed. They have made already at least 2 World War II Call of Duties. I feel like there's probably more than that. Why? Why are they doing another one? What else can they do? I get that Call of Duty gets accused of being, of lacking vision all the time. And I think a lot of times I'm like, whatever. But this, I'm really thinking they're running out of ideas. This is key example of they're putting something out just to put something out. And that really irritates me because when you get to the point that I'm going to make the argument that video games are art. I know that's kind of a contentious point, but I've played enough games that really make me sit down and think to dispute that claim. But this to me reeks of just corporate product making. It is nothing but a product. And it feels soulless. I haven't even seen, I've seen 3 images and it already looks just like Call of Duty World War II. And it feels like it's running out of any kind of personality or originality that it could have.
Well, it's like when you do the same thing every single year in terms of making a shooter, and then every year after that doing essentially the same thing, you're gonna run out of ideas. You can only, if you want to keep it true to the way that they've done it in terms of the warfare that they have.
And running out of ideas is fine, but then acknowledge it and do something else. Don't just keep pretending like you've got new ideas.
And that's where Battlefield has the leg up in terms of they took a year off or two, I can't remember, and they were like, we don't want to just put out some more of the same. And now they're coming out with mind-blowing, which we'll get into that later.
Yes.
I'm so hyped for that.
Yeah.
But this is roasting Call of Duty. So
and given the context of Battlefield 2042 and the superb marketing that DICE has done on that, this just feels so lackluster. Like it feels, maybe appropriately enough, it feels like Activision is kind of grasping at straws here to get people to care about them again. And again, they didn't officially release anything. Maybe I'm completely wrong. Maybe Call of Duty Vanguard is going to be the most innovative shooter we've ever seen in years. It's going to blow 2042 out of the water. But I highly doubt it because it just feels like it's going to be more of the same. A World War II era shooter we don't need any more of that. They've covered all of the ground unless they did, and I know 1978 is World War I, but like if they did something like that, where it was much more focused on the survival aspect of war and less of the run and gun Call of Duty stuff and more of the experiential story driven, like 1917, that movie, I think that could be really cool. I would take that, but this, I don't think we're going to get that from Call of Duty. I don't think that's not what the series does.
I agree. They could be roasted for so much, especially with what's going on in the news. But yeah, I agree with you. The fact that they're making a World War II themed shooter just doesn't, I'm already not interested.
I'm already tuning them out.
Right. Well, so hopping into the article, because that leads right into the article from Polygon, Ryan Gilliam writes, I'm pretty sure that's how you say his last name. If not,
forgive us, Ryan.
In the comments. I'm sorry. Says Call of Duty fans appear to be heading back to World War II later this year with the next entry in the franchise, which is called Call of Duty Vanguard, according to leaked images posted online. Charlie Intel reports that the new Season 5 update for Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War contains some hidden files showcasing pre-order details for 2021's Call of Duty title. Data miners pulled the images and started sharing them all online. Activision has met some of these posts with copyright takedown notices forcing them to be removed, which, in my opinion, only
that just confirms
solidifies.
It. Yeah.
Exactly. Like, man, just leave them up and be like, I don't know what they're talking about, whatever. The images themselves seem legitimate, suggesting that Call of Duty Vanguard will be the game's official title and that it will be set during World War II. The leaked images mention 3 bundles for Vanguard: Standard, Cross-Gen, and Ultimate. These bundles are similar to what Activision offered last year for Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, and it seems likely that the Cross-Gen bundle will allow players to jump from the game's PlayStation 4 and Xbox One editions to the current gen PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X editions. And I'm going to start that roast right
I was going to say, you're going to get on that.
Oh my gosh. I hate the fact that these companies decide that they can just make a whole new gen or a whole new bundle and are like, oh, well, if you want to play with people that don't have the new system, but you want to play with the new system as well, then go ahead and spend an extra $45 and get this cross-gen. But no, just add it into the forsaken game. Besides Call of Duty, you really think anyone's going to play your game after this? They probably will. But oh my. Anyway.
Welcome to the market, ladies and gentlemen, where if you can sell it, people will buy it.
It just frustrates me.
Yeah, I know. It's a weird time. And also the video game industry is very weird because you have companies that are that take every opportunity to capitalize on that sort of thing and make as much money as you can. And then you have other companies who, and to be fair, they're probably doing it to gain favor with people, but like they were giving games away for free during the pandemic to like give people stuff to do while they were stuck at home. True. I remember the makers, and I can't remember the studio, but the makers of Monument Valley gave away Monument Valley 2 for a while. And I've always wanted to play it. And that was how I actually got to play Monument Valley, because I'm really weird about buying games on my phone. I don't like spending more than $1 on things.
Which that's a whole nother issue. Why do we justify spending $70 on a game from a publisher that destroys women's careers and any type of future that they ever wanted and just is like, forget you. But we'll be like, oh, here's $70. But then a small company that is legitimate, that are doing things the right way, that create a mobile game that look really fun, we're like, ooh, $1.99.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna. It's like, I'm the same way.
Yeah,
like
I
even
know.
99 cents, I'm like, I I'm not gonna pay that.
But yeah,
but it's that stigma.
I paid $60 for that lazy collection of 3D Mario games Nintendo decided to slap together without remastering like hardly at all. Sorry.
Right.
That I don't know why I didn't roast that. Oh, it was too far beyond. It was too far back when we started. Maybe that'll be a roast one of these days. Because I have strong feelings about that. But I still paid $60 for it. So,
Well, yeah, and that's the thing. It's
paint the clown makeup.
I've bought a few mobile games that I really enjoy that were worth $20. But we do have that kind of stigma against spending money on mobile when in reality, why not?
Yeah. Games and money games are such a weird thing to monetize.
Question for Call of Duty fans and just honestly what you think of this in general. Call of Duty has always been at the top. It's like the number one shooter for the longest time. Every year, it's like, oh, well, the sky will fall eventually. Like, eventually, it'll be over. And it hasn't. And we're at the 18th Call of Duty game.
Yeah, I don't even know how many this is at this point.
5 Black Ops?
6? Yeah, because Black Ops 4 and then Black Ops Cold War.
So, like...
Wait. Is it Black Ops Cold War or is it just Call of Duty Cold War? I didn't actually buy
Black
it.
Ops Cold. Anyway, there's a lot. There's a lot of Call of Duty games, and they've never fallen down from the top. Do you think this is the year that they fall?
Oh,
Not just because of everything with Activision and Blizzard coming out, but the fact that they're going back to World War II, and it's just more of the same?
I would say yes. But brand loyalty is almost a force of nature at this point. Like, people will buy Call of Duty simply because it's Call of Duty, for the same reason people will buy Apple products because it's an Apple product, even though they're just adding another camera on the back of the phone for no reason. Sorry.
There's another roast I want to go into.
Sorry. Oh man, I'm in a belligerent mood today, ladies and gentlemen. People will continue to buy from Amazon regardless of how badly it treats its workers because it's Amazon. Well, that's more of a convenience thing.
That's true.
Yeah, which I also, anyway, wow. We're just, people can't wait for the West is a communist comments to come up.
Roasting the world.
Roasting capitalism. And I try not to do that too often, but it's just, brand loyalty is such a weird thing.
It is.
So people will buy things because it has a name on it, regardless of the quality of it. And so I would say, yes, this is how Call of Duty falls, but I feel like a lot of people are going to buy it because it's Call of Duty.
Do you think it'll at least dip lower than what it's been?
It will dip because I think a lot of people this year are seeing that Battlefield is actually trying to do something different. And I think this might be the perfect storm to get a lot of people to jump ship because you are simultaneously getting a very unoriginal Call of Duty with a really innovative Battlefield the same year. So they're not often thrown into such direct comparison like that. I think the closest would have been probably World War II and Battlefield is 5. Is it 1 is World War II or is it 5 World War II?
Battlefield 5 was World War II, and that was actually one of the worst Battlefield games that they've made. And that was the last game.
Yeah.
Battlefield 1, in my opinion, was, I'd have to say, my second favorite Battlefield. A lot of people think it's their first. For me, Battlefield 3 was my first favorite, like is my first just because that's when I really hopped into the Battlefield scene. I played a little bit of Bad Company, but Battlefield 3 for me was when the height of when I was playing 360 with all my friends. And that was I was in all the like realism clan type where we all had titles and work your rank up from private.
Dude,
we had
yet we make fun of people for role playing in D&D.
Hey, it's true. Even though I played D&D, but we had, what was it? Like, I think it's Caspian Border.
Oh,
they're going to roast me if I'm wrong on it. Anyway, there was a map that had a huge mountain in it. And so our sergeant would get in there, we'd run drills. And one kid just walked up to the sergeant and started teabagging just for fun. So I spent the next hour and a half real time running around the map and up and down this mountain because they weren't going to let us start our drills and actually play the game until after we suffered for this one kid's stupidity. And I went along with it. I didn't have to, but I was like, oh man,
that's the
we're in trouble.
stupidest thing in the world.
As a kid though, it was so fun being a part of something like that. because then we would go into matches and we'd just wreck everyone. And we'd play very strategically and it would be a lot of fun. But I mean, yeah.
I had no idea that was a thing.
It got in depth.
That's so weird. Okay, wow. Sorry, that's mind-boggling. I
was
didn't
fun.
even know that was a thing that you could do.
So Battlefield 3 was my favorite, but yeah, Battlefield 1 is World War I, and Battlefield 5 was World War II. That's where we jumped onto that rabbit trail.
Wow. Anyway.
But yeah, so to me, I think that Battlefield is going to totally take over the scene this year.
Yeah, I probably is not going to be the end of Call of Duty, just because it's Call of Duty. Like, that's just the brand loyalty, I think, is going to be too strong. But who knows? I could be wrong.
Do you think the lawsuit is going to affect them putting out their game this year? Or do you think they're still going to release it sometime October, November?
That's really hard to say. Because it depends on the willingness of employees to keep working, which, I mean, I want them to keep their jobs. I want them to keep doing what they do. Yeah, that's really hard to say, just because lawsuits are kind of it's hard to predict how it's going to go.
Right. Well, they've been walking out. Like, their employees have walked out and have gone on strike, things like that.
Right, but I don't want the employees to suffer for, you know what I mean?
No, I'm not wanting them to suffer.
Employees are doing.
I'm saying if that affects the timeline of the game coming out, then that would affect the shareholders' money pocket, like their pocket, because they're going to get upset, which they've already made demands, which I think we talked about last week.
I think you mentioned it. But
they've already made demands of wanting things to change at Activision, which you watch the stock and it's already fallen. I think it was like 25%. So, I mean, it's hitting them in the pockets now, which is the only way to get through to some of these people. Sometimes, like, I heard someone say, he said the more money that someone gets, it's actually proven a lot of time, like science has proven that they have a lot less compassion.
Really?
And empathy. Yeah. That it just, for whatever reason, they don't have as much empathy. Maybe it's because they can't relate to what a lot of people are going through as much.
That's a really interesting point, because it was one of the things, one of these is going to be funny. One of them is going to be serious. I'm going to do the funny one first.
Go for it.
I saw a video that was a compilation of Jeff Bezos' laugh as he got richer and richer. He sounded more and more like a supervillain.
Oh,
like
my.
His laugh got eviler and eviler as he got richer and richer. And like, I watched the thing, and maybe it's confirmation bias, but it's weird. It's very strange. But then the more serious one is Notch, Marcus Persson, creator of Minecraft, best-selling video game of all time, has tweeted several times that now that he is like one of the wealthiest people in the world, he doesn't relate to people. Like, the amount of money he's made has actually made his life marginally worse. And people have different opinions about the opinions that he holds. He's made some questionable tweets, which, you know, I would say having a Twitter is questionable, but he's just made several comments about how he really doesn't feel like he fits into life in general anymore. And it's just, it's a weird place where, like, the human experience and gaming kind of like connect in the industry. And the fact that a lot of people do it, a lot of indie developers do it for passion. And when it becomes more about the profit you're making from it, then you lose the soul. And it kind of goes back to what I was saying about Call of Duty Vanguard. Like, it feels soulless. It doesn't really feel like it's being made with passion.
They're doing it just for their money.
It's almost weird, because now that money is more of a factor and you're doing it more for profit, I had no idea that was like a scientific fact. Like, the more money you have, the less empathy you have. It's just, that's sad, because a lot of times, like, the human desire to play games is like, it's embedded within us. We've been playing games for as long as we've had society. We've been like inventing games.
Swords.
Yeah, okay,
Gladiator games, bruh.
I was thinking, soccer.
Yes.
I was thinking games with, like sports. But no, we can go to Bloodsport. That's exactly where I was thinking.
We had Bloodsport in real life, and they said, well, if we keep doing this, there won't be anyone left. So then they invented the system where we can do Bloodsport in there. And
there you have it, the history of video games, ladies and gentlemen. They were like, we need to stop killing each other. And Atari was like, I got you.
And yet we still kill each other.
Yeah, I was going to say that didn't work. Wow. This podcast sucks. Sorry, everybody.
Hey!
This episode is just real depresso.
It's not real depresso.
It feels depresso.
Well, that's because we haven't got on to Battlefield 2042.
Woo!
Which is phenomenal.
What a segue.
If you've seen not the gameplay footage that leaked from last Thursday's test, don't take that as the final product. I've seen a lot of people saying, "Oh, this is what's going to look like. It looks like it was done with crayons." No, it's
yeah. Vincent Van Gogh had crayons.
There's a reason that it's an alpha test. It's a play test. It's because they're just going to try to fix things.
That's the whole point.
That are like bugs and mishaps. They're not trying to make the best graphics that they can for this build. It's simply to see how the mechanics of the game work. So don't take it as the final product that's what you're going to get. Because I'm telling you, they're going to blow it out of the water. I'm believing it. If not, come back, dislike this video as many times as you want. I don't
Roast
care.
of the Week Part 5. We've had like 5 roasts.
Yeah, that's true. But did you see the Exodus video last Thursday?
I did. Oh my word.
Man.
Okay, so not gonna lie, for the first like 2 minutes I was watching it, I was watching it on my phone, and I was like, is this live action? Like it looked live action for a second, especially the first scene with Irish in the alleyway. Right. I was like, is this live action? And then I was like, it's just it looked incredible.
Yeah, the fact that they brought Irish back and Pac back like blew my mind, which I don't know how many of you ever ended up playing Battlefield 4, but if you did, spoilers. And I guess I should have said spoilers for the fact that if you haven't seen Exodus, well, Irish and Pac are back. Woo! Anyway, so at the end of Battlefield 4, you have a choice to blow up a ship and either send, it has to be done manually. You can do it, which your name is Wrecker. You can have Irish do it, or you can have Hannah do it. In the game, I think I chose Irish to do it because I just felt if I was in his shoes, I'd want to do it. And I don't know how to explain it, but I just felt that in my game, that's what I chose. I chose Irish to go up and do it. And I did all the endings to see what they all looked like, but that was my ending for it. So when I saw him show up, it was them pretty much confirming that either you do it or Hannah goes up and does it herself. So that being said, one of them, those two, is not going to be in the next game. I'm trying to think that maybe they had your character who you played as go up and blow it up, and that the person on the mic, the Oz person, I think that could be Hannah.
Oh, really?
I think that there's I mean, they leave it open. Yeah. Honestly, in my opinion. But the fact that they brought Pac back and then they had him die just broke my heart.
See, I have no connection. I didn't know any of these characters because I have no connection with Battlefield.
Oh man, it was good. Campaign.
It was just so cool to see them fleshing out the story that we read about last week. Like seeing it played out in real time like that. It's just, I don't know. This is just such an incredible, engaging world they're creating. And it's honestly a brilliant setup for a game with no campaign. And I know that sounds weird, but hear me out. Because now they've created a world in which all of the no-pats have to form their own identity. They don't have a country. They're not fighting for their country. They're fighting basically for themselves. So everyone that comes into this game can do whatever they want. And they can role play if they want, especially with Portal. Like Portal opening it up, like it's literally, you can do whatever you want because you're a no-pat. You fight for whoever you want. If you want to fight for yourself, if you want to fight for you and 5 other people, if you want to fight for one of the world's superpowers, you can do that. Right. Because you don't have a country. You don't have an allegiance.
Did he say Operation Noah in the Exodus?
No, it wasn't Noah. It was, I can't remember what it was. It was a weird word that I'd never heard of. I thought it was referring to the place where the American superweapon was going to land.
Oh, gotcha.
I think it was like a place because it was like 36 hours and it's going to fall. And if Russia finds it, World War III is going to blow up.
I was just thinking like Noah with then the boat and he had the
refugees. And then but then the whole thing was called Exodus. And
right, but that was Moses. But
newsflash, it's actually 2042 BC.
So I liked it. I also liked the fact that they had Irish. So in Battlefield 4, Irish was all about helping the civilians and refugees. And then in this one, he's a no-pat with a ship full of refugees and people that don't have a place to go. And so I thought it was really cool that they kept him in the way that you thought he would be.
Mhm.
That they just had him fleshed out like that. It was just so interesting to watch that play out. So I don't know who Oz is. And if you have an idea, leave it in the comments below. That'd be awesome. But I'm just so excited for this game.
Yeah.
But again, don't take the leaked footage as finalized, because it's not. It looked cool in my opinion. The fact that the one guy called out a dog, and it wasn't an actual dog. It was like the robot. I don't know if you've seen. So it was like a robot with a gun on top, and he came out running around. Still cute. I was like, man,
Humans are weird.
we do.
We get attached to Roombas.
We do? I don't.
Oh yeah, no, I've definitely heard people I've heard of people like naming their Roomba. In fact, I think Roomba offers like a service where if your Roomba breaks, you can send it in and they will fix your Roomba and like send that same Roomba back to you. Not a different one, because you want your Roomba, because that's the one that you've imprinted upon.
Huh.
Yeah. Humans and robots are weird.
Well, I don't have a way to segue back into Battlefield from a Roomba.
You just said robot dog. You're like, it's still cute. I was like, it's a machine.
But to get back to it, I was like, I don't know where to go from Roomba. So I'm just gonna ask the question: what do you think they're gonna do to tie Hazard Zone into the whole Battlefield?
So Hazard Zone is we're theorizing it's like the battle royale portion of it, correct?
I think so. I'm not positive. I think it'll be very different than a Warzone. I don't think it'll look similar at all. But I think that that's going to be their free to play mode. Yeah, that they have.
Yeah. Well, honestly, it would make the most sense if they did something like Warzone, where it's like just a specific battle. Like Warzone takes place in the same town over and over and over again, and it's a specific battle. Sorry, I just had the idea that Warzone has actually created like a time loop, and they're like stuck in an eternal. Anyway, sorry. Woof. Back to the present. I just like snapped back. I was like, if that would be the greatest marketing campaign of all time, if they like all of a sudden revealed that they have to like break out of the time loop. Anyway, sorry. No, don't hire me, Activision. Never mind. DICE, hire me. I'll write your story. I'll write your story for Hazard Zone.
I was gonna say, I don't know if you want to work for them.
I don't know. It would make the most sense for it to be like a specific battle in whatever war that 2042 is taking place in. It'd be really cool if it was like a specific objective that several groups of no-pats were like trying to fight to take. Like if it was like a King of the Hill sort of thing. It's difficult though, because there's no campaign. So it's kind of hard to place it within the story of the campaign, because there is no campaign.
Well, and I agree with you. I think that would be really cool. And the fact that they have no campaign is what makes it very intriguing for the story that they're trying to tell. Because Anthem, whole nother roast.
Roast of the Week Part 6, ladies and gentlemen.
Anthem tried to do roughly that. Yeah. Where there wasn't a bunch of necessarily cutscenes of a huge story, but they tried to explain it flopped. It totally flopped. Battlefield is doing it really well with going onto their site, being able to read the journalism that they have written down, look at all the events that led up to 2042, watch the 9-minute video, just really engages you almost in this world. Like you're ready to take up arms and fight too, which is going to be great. And so when it comes to Hazard Zone, I don't know how they'll tie it in. I'm excited to find out, and they might release more information on that before. I'm sure they will, before the release of the game. I'm not sure if it's going to release on the same date. Do you know? Or is that a whole different mode entirely?
I have no idea, honestly. It's weird because it kind of feels like it's almost like a suite of programs that they're releasing, not really like a game and a mode. It almost kind of feels like a Microsoft Office of Battlefield. Like there's like 5 different programs that you can download, and they're all kind of like tied together. I don't know. It's a weird thing. Battlefield 2042 feels more like an entity than a game. If that makes any sense at all. I'm really tired, so maybe nothing I say is making any sense.
It's been another long week. But we're making it through. We're doing our best. We got our Dunkin' Donuts coffee. It's been great. Real quickly, I'm just going to go through real fast kind of what I've been playing real quick. And then if you want to jump in, you can.
It'll be real short.
D&D. Super excited.
Oh, wait.
Played our very first episode of a campaign that we're doing. More will come on that later. But I'm super excited. It was a lot of fun, had a blast. And then I've been actually playing a lot of real life pool, not necessarily video game.
Just actual
suck
pool.
at it, but I've been trying to get better. And more Madden. I've been playing a lot more Madden. Got to hop into Madden 2022 and play through. They had a 10-hour beta, not beta. It was actually the entire game, but you could get in for 10 hours for free and just check it out, see what you thought of it, all of that before it came out. So I was able to hop in, check all that out, had a lot of fun, and then watching a lot of the leaks of Battlefield 2042.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the video game / regular game sphere I've been in.
Yeah. I'm still Unbound Worlds Apart. I'm just about at the end of it. So it's really starting, the repeated platforming segments are really starting to grate on me a little bit though. When I chose the game for my review, I thought I was getting a nice like Metroidvania exploration platformer. And what I'm actually getting more and more of is a trial and error based trick platforming game, which, you know, if you're into that sort of thing, it's great. It's very well designed. I'm not. So playing that before bed has been all kinds of fun.
Well, and you've been on vacation / going on vacation, real weird timeline here, but are you taking your games with you?
Yeah, well, I'll take my Switch.
Got you.
Because I only have Skyward Sword, Breath of the Wild, and Mario 3D All-Stars hard copies. So I'll probably take those with me with my Switch.
Oh, I hopped into Ascent. Not a lot, because I know we're going to play that together, but I did just a little bit just to kind of see how it opened up. And I'm actually really excited. The story, I was told, kind of sucks, but the world itself looks really interesting to explore.
I think it looked interesting enough to give a shot. So
yeah.
Oh, one more thing. I picked up because I needed a real quick thing in the middle of the week. I bought Rhythm Heaven for my DS a long time ago from a used game store, and it's like this rhythm-based minigame collection on the DS, and it's actually a lot of fun. It's great to pick up and play in the middle, like right after I get back from work. It's a good like de-stressor sort of thing. So I played that for like 30 minutes the other day, and I was like, oh, I like this game. I'm
actually looking into a bunch of retro consoles. There's one that allows you to play PS2 games on the go.
Oh yeah, yeah. The world of like new retro consoles is a weird world.
I'm looking. If anyone can find this, please put it in the comments below. I am looking for an emulator that can play NBA Street. That's what I want on the go. To me, that would be amazing.
Play NBA Street on the actual street.
Well, yeah, but I'm not good.
I meant like you're going to take it to
I got it.
It's portable.
I thought you were like, you can just get a basketball and go play in the street.
No, that's boring. You get hurt and sweaty.
But yeah, I love NBA Street. So if I could actually have something, because I know I could go pick up a PS2, plug into my TV, blah, I get that. But rather...
I don't want to do that.
Exactly. I'd rather have something I can take, play in the car, and not while I drive, or maybe while I drive, and just have a lot of fun. So that's, if anybody knows of one that can do that, let me know. I've been looking. It's hard to find decently priced.
Yeah, that's the key word, especially now with electronics.
Yeah, I don't want to pay $500 for retros. Like, nah. I have the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X. I don't have money to go buy a retro
We really got to drop that in every episode, don't we?
Yep. Till the PlayStation 6 comes out and I get that one.
Sorry, I'm just imagining. I just thought of the video I saw of the people, like the graphic designer for the
outro.
I'm sorry, but all I could think of was the video of the PS5 graphic designer, and he has the PS4 logo, and he just goes backspace 5. Because that's literally what it is.
They should have done like V. Just switched it.
Oh my word! Well, especially because of the Vita. That would have screwed everybody up.
Switched it to Roman numeral for the 5, and then go back to 6. Like, just go back to an
Apple did that with their
6,
OS with their operating systems. They had like OS 8, 9, and then for OS 10 they did OS X, and it's been OS X for like the past 10 years.
Apple sucks.
Anyway, outro. Sorry.
Okay,
I've derailed us like 5 times.
No,
I'm so
it's
sorry.
good. It's good. Anyway, oh gosh, I don't even know how to end this one. Okay.
Thanks for putting up with us this week. Neither of us are in our right minds.
Like I said, it's still only, what time is it? Like
We're really gonna date this.
8:40. So hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your Thursday and a wonderful Friday. Continue to drink a lot of coffee. We need a lot more of these. Play
Maybe
a lot
a
of video
less.
games. Maybe. And enjoy your weekend, everyone. See you guys next week. Have a great day.